I think it's a true statement that it does bring lack to men being vulnerable, because males need a male to show them that. Males need those role models. When the male doesn't have it, how does he really know how to navigate who he is, the male, if there's none present? What he can learn some things from his mother. A mother can give but so much, but she can't finish it off. And I literally, like, my last child, he's 18 now, and definitely I've said this on this show, I believe, and definitely when I realized that. So, at that 18, they feel like, okay, I don't have to listen to you anymore. But that kind of started showing its head before 18, but it's definitely here at 18. So I realized, I don't need to keep repeating myself. Parents repeat themselves, and that's okay. But when you're not listening to me anymore, I need to save my breath and my frustration, because sometimes it is, to repeat myself to you. And I literally told him, you, at this point, you have to figure this out, because I can't finish you off anymore. I gave you that what I have. What I want him to do is get out there in the world amongst some men, and I suggested like the military, so he can see other likes of him, other likes different than him, and be around men who are striving for something as they're serving their country. Because I can't give him any more than what I've given him. And I see it's a rebelliousness that, to me, that's what I describe, that he's taken because he doesn't want to listen to me anymore. Like, literally, he's not home now because he says I bother him. So he went to my oldest daughter's house, So, and hey, I'm not going to fight with him. I didn't try to run and catch. Hey, he played a little trickery with me, but there he is. So he's just exercising rebelliousness with me. And that's wasting his time and his life. And I told him, that's what you're going to wind up doing here, because mom is not going to change from the foundation that I have built. The core is not going to change. So you need to get away from me. And I'm telling you. And I didn't mean to, but to the armed forces or something. What's your plan? Yeah.
But that's the only my fault, real quick, Montana. That's the only reason why it's not a waste though, because like what I've learned, it's definitely better that you get certain experiences, or that you're blessed to have gotten certain experiences with your mother or with your parents, versus having to go out and get it from somebody in the streets for the first time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Real shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, my answer to that question is yes, but I'm gonna put a different spin on it. The absence of a male can make a man even more vulnerable. From my life and me growing up and me seeing what I've seen with people who grew up with no fathers, some of them turn out to be very, very, very soft. Very soft. You know what I'm saying? They want to argue like a female. And you know what I'm saying? They, like they get punched. They ready to go run in the corner and cry. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that that transpires when you talk about a single mother raising a boy, because at the end of the day, like you said, Lady Alva, a woman can't raise a boy to be a man. I'm just sorry, it's just not gonna happen. Now that doesn't mean that every man in that boy's life is teaching that boy to be a good man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and be naive and say that, because every model is not a positive role model. You know what I'm saying? Like Poet just said, like it's better to learn from certain people rather than go out here and learn from the streets, because the streets can get you kicked off the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's like I'm looking at it in the manner I dropped my damn phone. Hold on. I'm looking at it in the manner of sometimes the absence of that male role figure, role model, whatever the hell you want to call it, it could be detrimental towards vulnerability, because now that boy is not, you know what I'm saying, he doesn't know what to do when he faces the school bully. He doesn't know what to do when somebody takes his lunch, or he doesn't know what to do when he's being, you know what I'm saying, heckled by people outside of the household and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And it makes him, you know what I'm saying, very vulnerable when he could have stood up for himself. You know what I'm saying, with the right teachings. But that's just my spin I'm putting on it.
Okay, okay. But I last thing on this question, I just want to add in after all that I've heard. Um, oh gosh, I lost my thought. It's about the males and not having the father there or the male role model. I have to come back to me. My train of thought is gone. I'll roll on. When it comes back, I'll get it. I'll spit it
Okay.
out. All right. Number 4. You want to read? Y'all want to read some questions?
Are men fearful of judgment? Uh, yeah, not all men, most men. That's why we act how we act, you know.
Mhm.
Like just like Montana said, and parts touched on it too. We don't want to be called the B word or this and that because we don't want people judging us, you know.
Mhm.
So we got to put on this persona,
Mhm.
and you don't have to, but you know
There
that's
you go.
most of
There you.
all.
I have it with males. I've got 2 sons. This is my spit from the question number 3. Um, I've seen both of them by 15. Maybe it started once they hit teens, but it was evident to me. As I said, they stopped listening. Um, men are Males are good to be vulnerable with each other. I've seen that.
I
But
wonder
without
why.
that male role model there, but so without the real male role model there, my son is not going to be too vulnerable with me.
Mm-mm.
You said, I wonder why, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
without the male
society's,
role
you know what
model.
I'm saying, because it has been proven over time that when a man is vulnerable with a woman, what happens to that man? It gets thrown back in his motherfucking face.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
So
how I
that.
can call BU or I can call Poet and I could be in
Mm-hmm.
boohoo tears, you know what I'm saying, crying
Right.
about whatever the case may be. And they may give me some uplifting words or talk me through it, talk me off the ledge, whatever the
Right.
case may be. But then I go to that woman who's supposed to be my rider, my backbone, you know what I'm saying? She may talk me
Mm-hmm.
through that. She may talk me through that. But the moment she get mad, oh, you was on my phone crying like a little bitch.
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's true, Montana. And we definitely see a lot of women like that today.
Yes, yes.
And it's all over social media, like it's an enjoyment. It's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good point you raised because that means there's work to be done on both sides.
But
You know,
see,
uh-huh.
here's here's my thing. And everything that everybody's saying is true. This is why these conversations are good though, because we have to flesh through like different experiences that get a full
Mm-hmm.
circle like picture of what's like going on for real. But like one of the things that I realized like by the time I had got through college, like got past all of the felony situations, thinking about stuff was like almost 80% of like my friends, like the people that I grew up with when I thought back on it, like they grew. So I'm talking about like from whether it was the folks that it was all the way from elementary school or even just middle school, even high school, but like they grew up. 80% of my friends grew up with just their mothers in the household.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Which is actually like a crazy stat, like
That
for real,
is.
for real.
That's really
But
high.
like
Yeah.
80% of my friends grew up with just their mothers in the household. So yeah, there were male role models, you feel me? And us as male, you feel me, friends to be able to, you feel me, have certain levels. But like I know certain men's relationship, you feel me, even just directly to their mothers, you feel me, in these situations and those matriarchs, you know what I'm saying? Like more or less like it wasn't no choice, but for those particular men, you feel me, to be vulnerable with with the woman, you feel me? Yeah, that their mother still couldn't teach them fully how to be a man, you feel me? But they had to, you know what I'm saying? And I want to ask the question, you feel me? Like, because I feel like it's 100%, like, however you want to frame, like, whatever, when something happens in your life, you feel me? Who is the first person that we call?
Mom.
We call
My
our
mama.
moms, gang.
Called my mama.
We call moms first, gang. You feel me? For anything, is that not
Mhm.
vulnerability? You feel me? The first anything,
Or
yo, mom, this bitch just.
or wifey.
Excuse my
Yeah.
language. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you feel me? But mom, you feel me? Whether you feel me, shorty
Yeah.
tripping on you, or whether you just got a raise at the job, or whether you
Mhm.
really going through something. You feel me? Like you call moms first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tell me, let me know if I'm wrong or not, fellas.
Yeah, either mom or wifey. It depends on who I'm mad at or what it is. Like, but
What's it for
it's
you?
my
Go
channel.
ahead. Oh.
Uh, I agree with him to a certain extent. Um, I do call my mom for a lot of things, but honestly and truthfully, I call my pops a lot.
Mhm.
That is
Mhm.
true.
Okay.
I call my pops.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I confide in my pops. You know what I'm saying? When some stuff going wrong, or I may
Mm.
need financial guidance, or what I'm saying, just help making decisions. And I don't know if it has. I mean, some of it does have to do with him being a pastor. You know what I'm saying, and the wisdom that he has and instilled over me over the years. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Just like I'll reside in him, and then my mama call me. I heard you talking to your daddy earlier. You know what I'm saying? And now I gotta explain it all over to her. But for me, in my situation, I typically call my pops first
Mm.
Okay.
because, and the reason why is, I've spoken this before. Like, I don't like telling my mom certain things. Like, it broke my heart for my mom to see me in them handcuffs when they raided the house. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it's a lot of things that I try to keep my mom away from.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel that.
So it's
Mhm.
like I'll usually typically try to talk to my dad first because my mom, she's always worried about me. You know what I mean? Like it's countless nights I'll walk out that door and she give me a hug, son. You be careful out there. You be safe out there. You know what I'm saying? Stuff
Mhm.
like that. So it's a lot of things that I try to stray away from her and to keep the stress off of her heart. You know what I'm saying? Because of what she went through with my uncle and stuff like that. Because my parents are my grandparents. That's why I call my mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? My biological mother
Okay.
is
Mhm.
damn near like my sister. You know what I'm saying? Um, so with them going through everything they went through with my biological mother and my uncle and everything like that, I try to keep a lot of stuff away from my mom because I don't want her stressing or worried about me and crying in the middle of the night, not knowing if I'm gonna get
Mhm.
home. It's been plenty of nights where she called me the next morning. Hey, I heard something happen out there. I just want to call, make sure you're okay. Yeah, I'm good, mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't
Okay.
nothing to do with me. So that's why I
Mhm.
say I agree with poets, but to a certain extent.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. That's real. That's real facts. I'm about to say, yeah, when I caught them 5 felonies, definitely call pops first. You feel me? Anything to do with a car, anything to do with cars or anything, definitely calling pops first. You feel me? Nah, that's big facts. Yeah.
Mhm. Who's reading number 5?
I read it. There are specific characteristics a man has when he is vulnerable. What are they?
Mhm.
Montana, you want to go first? What characteristics does a man have when he's vulnerable?
um, he's more when a man is vulnerable, he listens twice as much as how can I say this? Um, damn, hold on, let me get my words right. When a
Mhm.
man is vulnerable, he's more open and he's more open to what's being poured into him, shall I say? And
Receptive.
yeah, there we go. He's more receptive. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? He's able to listen to others. He's able to hear them out. And he's also able to talk about things rather than somebody who's just like, fuck this shit. I might just make this shit happen. know what I'm saying, whether it's
Mm.
good or bad. You know what I'm saying? And vulnerability, it could be a good thing and it can also be a bad thing. I'm gonna continue to say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the one that's gonna be like, oh, vulnerable men are all pussies. No, I'm not saying that by far. Because you know what I'm saying, I know some men who are very vulnerable and will break your neck in 3 seconds. You know what I'm saying? But they'll sit there and cry down river on your shoulder too. You
Mhm.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
So those are a lot of signs, you know what I'm saying? Ones who are not afraid to show their feelings. Those are some of the
Mhm.
signs in a vulnerable man. Also, another vulnerable man is one who just walks every day without having to have that mug on their face, or you know what I'm saying, looking at everybody like fuck he looking at. Fuck they looking at. You know what I mean? Like those are some of the signs that I've seen from vulnerable men.
Yeah. Yeah. The
I
mug face.
see. Yeah, I see. He said everything about it, but and they are more understanding because they're more tapped in with their emotions, so they're more understanding
Mhm.
when you have conversations with other people. But yeah, that's what I got.
Okay.
Poet.
Poet.
Yeah, no, Montana hit it right on the head. That's why I just threw him that one bone. He was pulling it right out of me anyway. That was just receptiveness. You feel me? And like I said, and he spoke to it and the other piece as well. I was just gonna say like at peace. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to be at peace and like softness.
Mhm. Yes, indeed. So just some all that you guys said is accurate. But just to descript it and from the read, it like bullet points, pulling it all together, different verbiage. It's the courage to be authentic, expresses emotions, and show perceived weaknesses. Now, Montana, despite societal conditioning that often equates vulnerability with weakness, vulnerability is not weakness. It's actually a strength.
I think it's yeah. You got it. Takes a lot more strength to be vulnerable than not vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yes,
Now wait a
indeed.
minute. Now wait a minute.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute now.
I like this
Hold
though.
up.
See,
Wait a
yeah.
minute.
Now wait a minute. Now see now I was watching a story about
Mm-hmm.
a SEAL team. It was overseas. There was a guy on this SEAL team who was very vulnerable and in touch with his feelings. When it was time to go in there and go kill, the man started saying, I can't do this. I got a family at home. I want to get back home to my kids. I want to get back to this. He started
Mm-hmm.
expressing his vulnerability, which then did what? It put his brothers at risk because now his mind is not in it. So sometimes vulnerability can be a weakness. It just all depends on the situation at hand.
That
Because
Well,
is yeah.
expressing his vulnerability, but it really sounds that he got fearful. He has fear.
yes,
And all of us
That's
have fear.
but he knew the job at hand though. You knew what the hell you going over there to do.
Yeah,
So
he might be a singletary. Sometimes look, like I go to the amusement park, I know it's there and what I'm gonna do. And I get in line, get to the ride to get on, and I'm like, oh, I can't do it. It's just an example of something that you already know to do, and then all of a sudden I can't do it.
that's a good point. Actually, that's a good
Yeah.
analogy.
Just that, thank you.
Actually.
What were you gonna say, BU, to what Montana said? Montana, are
uh,
you finished expressing?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm just basically like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what the job was to do, man. Like,
Okay.
you're gonna piss like a pup, stay your ass on the porch. That's how I look at it.
Mm,
okay, yeah. See, I mean, he said it all.
okay.
So,
All
so
right.
let's. Poet got something.
Uh-huh.
No, I think it. No, I think no. It's facts. You feel
Yeah,
me? A
yeah.
lot of things. And I've said this. You feel me? Previously on the podcast. Like the older that I get, the more and more that I feel like I realize that a lot of things, like there are both ands, you feel me? There's always like an exception or exceptions, you feel me, to certain
Mhm.
things. Like it's 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 specific, you feel me, and situational in a lot of instances. Because even
Mhm.
like taking um what Montana said, as I was thinking it into a kind of lesser situation that still has the same implications, you feel me, if you just think directly to sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, not the battlefield where it's bullets flying and bombs going off, but and on any basketball court, on any football field, on any soccer
Mhm.
field, hockey field, you feel me? Any body, you feel me, that you feel me has any moment of breakdown and has to express a vulnerability, you feel me? Like it puts yourself at a risk and it falters the team.
It does. I'm in agreement with all that said, but let's think about it this way, because we're talking about vulnerability, and I believe it. We have to see that it needs to be accepted. Yeah, it sucks when someone bows out, even though they knew what the task was at hand, but they express it like Montana said. They're vulnerable. They're being vulnerable to express that. So the best thing and the healthiest thing we can do is just support it. Maybe they can get a reprimand. You know what you're doing is you putting everybody now we because you have a position here now we one less. But if you can't, man, don't do it. Because some men, a lot of men have pushed through things and they didn't want to, but they didn't want to be judged on it. They didn't want to be ragged on it. Even in sports, some are out there and they don't need to. They got health conditions. And they pushing through it, and some have died, some have gotten more injured. So that's what I'm saying. Think about it in a way. It sucks, but if you see somebody can't is saying that, let them go. Don't force them and don't rag on them
Hey, I
because
agree.
yeah. Go
I,
ahead.
I agree with Montana, but to look at it the other way, from the other point of view, him
Mhm.
being vulnerable, let them know that they got to be sharper actually, because they know he's not
That's it.
here to support us.
That's it.
They
Facts.
know he's not gonna support us. So we got to be more on our shit.
That's it.
And
And I
so it
like
depends
that
on how
point
you
of
look
view.
at vulnerability. Yeah, it depends on how you look at it.
That's true.
Yeah.
And they
You
pulled his
you
ass to the back of the line.
that's
Yeah,
right.
Hmm.
That's
They
right.
got him up out
You,
of there because they was
right.
literally about to go in the house.
Right.
yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's the chain reaction of that. I agree with that. So number 7.
I'll read it. Hold
All right.
on. What can a man gain benefit within himself by being vulnerable?
Mm.
Um.
Oh,
Uh. uh you want to go first for it, or
You got it. If you got something.
I got some. Yeah, but I mean, it'll open a lot more doors for you, like
Mm.
because that means you can deal with like just any situation. Like I'm not walking around like this tough guy if that's the case, or I'm not walking around like an asshole if that's the case. I'm walking around like a human, and I can deal with other humans. So I think because I'm a vulnerable person, so I mean, and it's opened a lot of doors for me. Just being able to, I can talk to anybody. I can have a conversation with anybody. So
Okay.
that's what I get from it.
Mhm. Nice.
And in my experience, um what I've been able to gain from vulnerability is, and to keep it short, is wisdom and resolve.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Mm. Okay. Cobain.
I'm gonna just say you can gain access to more women.
What the? Fuck?
I'm just being
Not
honest.
wrong.
He's not lying. Hey,
I'm
he's
just
not
being
lying.
honest.
Well, look, you better pick the white woman, not the woman that you spoke about earlier. That's
I
gonna
mean
chew you
that's
up.
true. That's true. But it,
You
it, it,
pick.
it can open doors to more women.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm gonna just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can open
So,
doors to more women.
so some bullet points on what you guys said: strengthens mental health, improves relationships, helps break the cycle of vulnerability being a weakness and all those negative things and repressing feelings and all of that, the toxic attitudes, breaking those cycles. And that's about it there. Yep. Young men
What's
are,
your take on it? What's your take on it from the outside looking in?
I think a man can gain more strength of himself, knowing himself. And from that, he can be open to maybe reach further or really reach his, I'll say, purpose, or, and be comfortable in that. Not have this ideology of what I have to do or what I should be doing or how I should be doing it. I think he can gain good relation with a woman, provided it's the woman that understands and respects and honors vulnerability. That together should build a strong team, a man and a woman in that circle. Yeah, that's what I think.
I agree.
Yeah,
Number 8.
I think also if the man has kids, he can teach his children that. Now, Montana, with the crying and things like that, I think male or female, we cry. That's part of our human emotion. We cry, but there's a time and place to cry.
There you go.
There's
There
a
you go.
time and place to cry. And I think it's important that the son sometimes, no, you can't cry about that. Just keep it moving and we'll talk about it later. So
don't
you
cry
want to
about shit
talk
in my
about it,
house.
which opens up the vulnerability in each other to have the conversation.
I don't do that crying shit over here.
You don't let them cry at all, Montana?
Fuck no.
I hate it.
You do too?
Yeah.
Oh, you got girls.
Okay, but think
Well, I
about it
got
like
my
this,
one
right?
time.
Think about it like this, right? I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna move to question number 8.
Okay.
When a little boy falls
Question number
off
8.
his bike and he scrapes his knee, what's the first thing a mother says?
Are you okay? Oh, are you okay?
Exactly.
You got a boo-boo?
Yeah, exactly. That's wrong.
Yeah.
The first thing a man
you
says.
think that's wrong?
Yes. Because you're
What you
not showing that
What you
boy.
crying for? Get up.
Yeah, you're not showing that
No.
boy, you know what I'm saying, the strength of resilience to keep pushing
No.
through. Perseverance.
No, see, okay, I disagree with that. As a mother, my son fall. I might have been a little overboard. I have to think hard because it's such a long time ago now. But I'm pretty sure I probably was, because my sons are my sons. And when they're little. But I do recall times too. I said, okay, just to say, acknowledge. Oh, are you hurt? You got a boo boo? It's just kid language, depending on the age. Normally, when you're saying that they're toddlers, or very young, toddlers or very young adolescents, not the top of the adolescence. And my son cries, right? Okay, so I'm gonna let him cry, and it's okay, because you pain when you fall and injure yourself. It's pain you feel in your body. So it brings tears. I'm hurt, but not cry forever. Like I've seen some kids, they just, okay, enough. Get your tears out. Let's get it out. Where's the pain? Okay. Is it still hurting? No. Okay. No more to cry about. Let me go, and we clean it off and we keep it moving. That's how I'd see it and did it. As a girl, I got on a bike with no training wheels, and would fall off that bike and get up and kept it moving. My father said, "My daughter's crazy."
Yep.
I could have a little bloody knee. I'm getting up. I'm good. I'm good. Keep
But
going.
yes, you know what I'm saying. I tell them, get up, you okay, keep going.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
but
saying? Because I
yeah,
want my sons to know that, you know what I'm saying, through anything in life, it's not about how you fall, it's what you do when you get up.
yeah,
So you got to keep pushing on through. Now, if
yeah.
you out here with a broken ligament, and that's a whole
I
different
was about to
perspective
say,
story. That
unless
you
you
know what I'm
break
saying.
the
You out
No,
here
fall.
with a broken arm or some shit like that.
no.
Yeah,
But
So
guys,
that's
it don't
different.
have to be a broken anything. It could be a scrape, a good bruise. It's pain on the body. We all know that even as adults.
yeah,
You
we'll be all
chip
right.
your toe, stump your toe. Ooh, you feel
Yeah,
the
it's gonna
pain.
happen, but we're still gonna
Right.
let them know, hey, chill out, hey, suck that shit up.
Tell
That's
that
what
shit
we're
up.
gonna
Keep it
do.
going.
Yeah.
You know how
Yeah.
many times I
But
hurt
That's
myself on the
you see the
job?
difference between woman and man right now.
yes,
So
yes.
yeah, we
But let me
understand you're
tell
gonna
y'all,
cry, but we're gonna tell you suck that shit up. Let's go, keep it
yeah,
Let's
pushing.
but
go.
that what could happen, that could transfer into all matters of pain in that male's life.
That's
Do you
fine.
know what I'm saying? It could be someone dies and they in the room and they not crying. You like why? Because he was trained not to cry when pain encounters him.
Okay, so do you believe that for all pain you have to show an emotion? Because I've been in a
Well,
few funerals and I didn't shed a tear, and
well,
that shit
see, you were
hurts.
trained. Obviously, you were trained that way. That's why you training your boys that
Hey,
way. So
hey,
you
you're
might be the
religious, right?
example of what I just said.
Yeah,
Hey, you're religious, right? So they might be in a better place. So why cry and not just be happy for them? Like
yeah.
they
No,
left,
no,
they
no.
might be in a
You
better
can
place.
still mourn and tears will flow. Tears are healthy. Tears are healthy.
That is true,
You're releasing. If you in pain, if you feel that emotion, oh, it hurts. Oh my God. You release it
but
and
that
then
person
let
was
it
in
go.
pain. That person was in pain, and now they're gone. So you can be happy for them, yeah. But I get what you're saying too. But that person's in
Yeah.
pain and can't bear with it. You're in regular pain off them, dismissing from the life or however you want to say it. But yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, I understand. I get what you're saying
Yeah.
too.
All good points. All good points here.
Yeah.
And interesting. Yeah.
All right.
Individually interesting. Yeah.
So number 8, and I'm gonna read the question. I'm gonna start it off.
Okay.
Do you believe that being vulnerable is a positive force in relationships with men and women?
That's your
Yes,
question.
yes, I do, because
Mhm.
I was that motherfucker who wasn't vulnerable. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna put my wife's business all the way out there, but um she is diagnosed with a few disorders. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I ain't gonna say disorders. She's diagnosed with a few mental things. You know what I'm saying? It's
Okay.
paperwork. You know what I mean? And during the early stages of our relationship, I was Mr. Man, hey, man, suck that shit up. The fuck wrong with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Get past that. What you depressed about? Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I was really like pushing through that shit, like ignoring it and being oblivious to the fact that it's a real thing. And that was off
Mhm.
of my ignorance of me working inside the health field and dealing with motherfuckers who had it 10 times worse than her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it's
So you
like,
judged her.
there you go. I judged her,
Mhm.
and it's like, hey, well, look, you ain't bad off as Johnny Appleseed down the road down right here now. You know what I'm saying? So hey, we got to keep that pushing. But going through the relationship and me getting older and older and older. You know what I'm saying? I turned 36 on Monday. You know what I'm saying? So the older I got, the more wiser I got. You know what I'm saying? The more I started to hang out with my older friends. Like, I've always been that guy that really didn't hang around my age group. You know what I'm saying? Like, BU and Mister and them, there was a few friends of my age group that I hung around. I've always grew up around the older fellas. That's why I was raised to be, what I'm saying, tougher, not showing no emotions and all this and that, because I couldn't do that. Hanging around them older boys. I couldn't be the little boy right here crying and all that other shit. So,
Mm.
what I'm saying, as the relationship progressed on, I began to become vulnerable to her feelings. I began to sit back, hear her out, listen to what she had to say, hear why she was feeling this way, or hear why she was feeling that way. And it enacted a positive change on the relationship.
Oh,
You know
good.
what I'm saying? Like it made the relationship better because she didn't resent me for not understanding, or she didn't resent me for playing it off as, you know what I'm saying, her mental things or episodes were
Mm.
just, you know what I'm saying, by choice. Because I used to say shit like, who the fuck wake up mad? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Shit,
like,
me?
man, you choose to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying shit like that, man. Like
Yes.
you choose to be mad. You choose to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in all actuality, it was something that she couldn't control. You know what I'm saying? So I had to be vulnerable and really sit back and be open to what she had to say. I even went to a couple of therapy sessions with her, you know, with her therapist and psychiatrist and stuff like that. And it really opened my mind to it. So I will say that, you know what I'm saying, vulnerability is a positive, I think the question says, hold on.
And for
Vulnerability.
a positive force. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a positive force within a relationship between men and women.
Like
Yes, very nice,
I
very nice.
I
And
I
I
want to add to.
congratulate you in that growth, Montana. That's awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to add to that. He's 100% right. Actually, I learned that going home. This is the first time I just went back because y'all know I'm in Vegas now. So going
Mm-hmm.
home now, I'm only home like every 3 weeks or so. Going home, and I want to add to men and women relationship, but kids too. I want to add the kids
Yeah.
because you walk in there and like I walked in my house and it's not like not how I would like it, but it's like I'm not there. So it's like, and I would be hard on them, but I got to understand that um they're kids. And then they're gonna like forget they got tablets. They're gonna forget everything, and then we got to remind them every day, every day, every day. But the question I have for you, Lady Alva, is
Uh-huh.
only reason I'm like that because my dad wasn't there, but my mom was on my ass. Like if I ain't take chicken out the freezer, and
Mm-hmm.
so I want to know what you see from a woman's point of view because I would get my ass whooped for not doing chores. So
Well,
it's like and my mom she had I don't have OCD but she's like yo this shit got to get done and is it like a hood woman or a strong woman like she feel like she got to be stronger because you have no dad or like how is it like
I can only speak for myself, but it's possible that some women may feel that way they have to be strong. I think I've heard women speak that way, their experiences. I've never felt that I have to be strong. And look, I've been married and then separated and then again, family woman, fiance, then, so I've had it and then it's broken. But I never felt like I had to be stronger because if the man is not in the house, the father's not in the house. Um, I do agree with that vulnerability makes relationships better. Um, I think back to you as a woman and a mother, I think we can damage the aspect of vulnerability sometimes in our children, male or females. Um, and definitely with single moms because everything is on us every day, all day. There's no one else to partake in this foundation, in this situation. So it's just me every day, all day. So patience can run low, frustration can go high. Then I'm coming at you like you said your mom is, and then based upon a woman's personality, how she likes to keep her home or how she likes things to be. Like I can be messy in areas that start to get cluttered and out of control in my bedroom, but I like this area, the kitchen to be, I'm very specific. Y'all already said you might, Lady Alva, you might have OCD but on another show. But yeah, so you know, I we can be strong in that and come and kind of children feel like they're being badgered, but it's just to make the functioning easier because y'all are not going to fix this back. I'm the one that's going to have to come and fix this back. Now, if you want to shift in this and that or not do, but let me see you get it done when it needs to get done, you know? So, yeah. Somebody clapping.
Oh my bad, I was patting my
I
cigarettes. I thought I was still
Oh,
on mute.
his
My bad.
cigarette pack. Okay.
hey, here's typing. Here's
Yeah.
typing and packing.
Yeah. So
I
women
agree.
we have to be cautious on that level because we can deter our children from being vulnerable with us, which is there for themselves to come to us. But I also think that too, societal issues have a lot to do with that. You know, I tell my children, I can't always, don't bank on it. I can always make you feel super comfortable that you can tell me anything. I want you to know, doesn't matter. You can tell me anything. I am here with you and for you. So don't get tied up because my daughter, my third child, she said, that's why I don't tell you nothing. No, you don't tell me anything because you choose not to.
True.
I go
You
through that
scared
with
of,
my mama.
yeah, you scared of my bark because you was like this and that with me. Well, do you understand why? Because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. And how many times did I tell you? You know, so it's very twisted.
Mm.
And it's a specific dance and it ain't always a nice dance.
No, it's not like I had to be vulnerable with my son, my oldest, like last week, about last week or so. You know, man, like he been begging me and begging me and begging me and begging me to play football. You know what I'm saying? So now the time presents itself. Call him downstairs. Hey son, you know about playing football? I don't want to play football. The fuck you mean you don't want to play football? That was my first words. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit here and lie. You know, I can admit my mistakes. You know my mistakes. I'm like, man, what the fuck you mean? Like you been begging me to play. Now I'm home to actually get your ass to practice on my own, not rely on nobody else. We about to go play some ball. You know, and then I had to dial it back. Had to tap into my vulnerability, and I had to say, okay, well, son, you know, well, why don't you want to play football no more? You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I seen his face, like his whole oral changed when I first looked at him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I probably gave him that daddy look. You know what I mean? Like he thought he was gonna get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, ladies like, go talk to that boy. You know what I'm saying? You know how y'all women do, Lady Alva. Go talk to him. What's wrong with you? Da, 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 da. You know, so I had to dial it back, and I went and talked to him on the following morning on the ride to school, and it come out that he's fell in love with soccer. So, you know, men's soccer and football, they go on at the same time. So it's really not even going to be possible for him to play both sports. So I have to be, you know what I'm saying, an accepting father and support him in whatever he chooses to do. You know what I mean? Now my two youngest, oh, them little fuckers gonna play some football. Cause they crazy. They need to go get that. They need to go let that shit out on somebody other than me. But you know what I'm saying? I just say that to say. I just say that to say, man. You know, like I kind of missed on the conversation when we get the cigarettes, but you
No,
sometimes you do got to be vulnerable with your kids though, because
stay. Go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, I'm about to say because you know, like you were saying, like I was like, it sucks when you do get put in that place of where they don't want to tell you shit or they don't want to talk to you. But I feel like don't be so vulnerable that you end up being their best friend
Right, right.
because you're still a
But
parent at the end of the day.
that's right. And something that just clicked in my brain. Can we say that what I described of me from what BU had asked me? I feel like I'm being super vulnerable with my kids when they see all these emotions pour out of me pertaining to them and our relationship. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and one of my kids will use that and fire it back at me. Like literally, that's why you mad. I'm talking to her about something. I'm talking to her about something, and I'm speaking very profoundly and probably making facial expressions. And see, that's why you mad. What are you talking? And I'm not mad though.
Yeah.
I says, no, I'm not mad. But see, I'm being vulnerable and showing her emotionally what it is for me. It's not about mad. But and I said, I had that. Do you understand? Why don't you ask for what this feels like for me? So I'll tell you. It's not mad. She gonna claim, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Silly. So that's the little tricky dance with a parent being vulnerable
Yeah.
with your children. Mm-hmm.
I was also vulnerable with being smacked in my mouth, so I ain't talk like that to my mama.
Yeah.
If you want to talk, you want to talk about versatility.
Yeah. See, this
But
generation, her generation is this a whole new breed.
yeah, I ain't got to talk to my mouth.
Yeah.
Poet, what you got?
Nah, I ain't got no stories. It's true. Just yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lady
BU.
Alva.
I always tell my children, you get knocked down with a pan or something, and they just say you on the floor, and they say just make sure she breathing.
Yeah,
The disciplinarians.
For real. Well, okay. Well, I got a question. This might be a little bit off topic. Um,
Okay,
how do you
shoot.
feel about this new age parenting, where I see a lot of parents don't believe in whooping their children, or what I'm saying, or reprimanding them in any form, shape, form, or fashion. How do you feel about that?
I didn't like it when it happened when the government or the state took that away, what they call corporal punishment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it should be in the hands of the state. I think they're my children, as long as they're not being abused,
Of course.
but then on the other hand, I'm kind of like on the fence about it. But on the other hand, when I think about where the whippings came from, and it came from slavery, because that's what the masters did to black people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we learned how to discipline our children the
Yeah,
same way. With a switch, you getting whelps on you and all that stuff.
man.
So
Switches,
it's like,
skipping forward.
do you really need that? Now, today,
Yeah.
the way these people are attacking children, nobody need to be whooping nobody. These children
Hey,
are getting whoopings that are taking their lives. It's
Now,
hey,
that's
crazy.
true. Go ahead,
all
B.
you gotta do, all you gotta do is take a tablet these days. Take the phone, take the cell phone. That hurt more than anything. Imagine
It
you without your cell phone for a day or two.
it
That shit
does.
hurt. That hit the
But
worst.
you ever seen a kid fight for it? And like
I wish,
just all of a sudden, like they crazy?
I wish they
All
would.
of a sudden, because you took the phone or the tablet?
I wish they would.
And days get extended.
I
Yeah.
wish they would.
No. But there's a whole generation that's doing that. That
Yeah.
does that. It's
And I
happened.
think
I had that issue, and they told me because I had said I had to call somebody. They said, "Look, this is happening. You're not the only one. This is happening with a lot of kids out here." I said, "Really?"
that's coming from, what I'm saying, sparing around and spoiling the child. Like, I can remember
Mm-hmm.
countless times I'd be cutting up in the store, and my mama look at me and say, "You want to go to that bathroom?" I mean, I'm standing up straight, walking in a straight line. You know what I'm saying, looking like a
Yeah,
little soldier, because I knew it was gonna happen in that bathroom. You
Or
yeah,
I
know what I
beat your
mean?
ass
But
on aisle 9. I beat your ass
Al
yeah,
on
nah,
aisle
you ain't
9. It
beat me on the way to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's like, you know
Well,
what I mean?
what I
So, but
yeah,
but then
yeah,
look at these. But now, like you just said, with the new government rules and the way people could just pick up the phone and call CPS or call the police because you're whooping your child. Now look at how these kids be acting in the fucking stores. I just be looking like there ain't no reason.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, all I know is it's funny because I just seen like 2 days ago a video on Instagram
Mm-hmm.
talking about
What's the
this what
static?
happened. I don't know, somebody got feedback,
Oh,
but
okay.
he was like He was like, "This what happened when nephew act up in school, and it had like 4 or 5. It had all of his uncles standing around him in the yard, and he was holding the big ass super jumbo like the big super jumbo container of cheese puffs. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
They had him out there, arms extended. You feel me? Holding the cheese puffs. You
Oh.
feel me? And he was out there
Uh-huh.
trying to catch an attitude and yell and scream. But she was like, see, that's what he be doing. That's what he be doing when he get mad. And he had all his uncles out there.
Mm.
You feel me? On his top, like, nah, keep your arms straight. Nah, keep your arms straight. You feel me? Like, give him that old school. You feel
Old
me?
school, yeah, yeah. Stand in the corner. Put some books on your head. Put your
Man,
Hmm.
arms out. Stand.
I
Don't
got
move.
I got a video in my phone right now. My brother, man, his son was acting up in school. Man, he said, "I'm gonna whoop him and then I'm gonna smoke him." So he whooped him. His son thought the punishment was over. Took him outside, smoked him, had him doing up downs, heel raises. Man, oh my God, that boy was boohoo, crying tears. But he ain't act up in school no more.
Yeah. But back with the devices, what I did learn, my experience, they're like us, our lives are on our devices and so are the children. Um and it's things that they can hide in there that they don't want you to know what's
Yes.
going on. And that's when you see a child kind of go crazy when you're taking a device because they don't want to be exposed. They don't want to be vulnerable.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
what I was doing at 12 years old
Yeah.
and 13 years
Exactly.
old. I know what I was watching, so yeah.
Yeah, well, you could be. Yeah, well, that had sometimes boys. My son did that. Watching some
Hey,
porn
we was on
somehow.
uncut. Uncut. Do you see
Yeah,
uncut? Oh,
somehow.
that what? What?
But without devices, your secrets were kind of within yourself and between you and your friends. Do you know what I'm saying? Or your siblings, if you roll like that with your siblings. That's as far as it went. There
Yeah.
was, with these devices, it's a whole nother level
But see, me,
of
I check
things
them
that these
devices.
kids are doing, and it's in that device.
I check them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I check them from the top to the bottom. I go through messages, photos, apps. I go through everything because
Hey, so
Yeah, you have to.
the
I
last
got
thing
a
I
question
want
about that.
is what? What's that?
So you check you got sons. So I don't check my girls, but I do talk to the wifey. Yeah, I'm like, yo, you need to be checking the girls' phones on a regular
Yeah,
because
Hmm.
she can. But
Hmm.
yeah, I do look at my son's tablet, but like I don't check my girl's phone. I let her do it, but I do bring it up, because she can relate
hell
to it
yeah.
too. So
You should, bro, because I mean, history does nothing but repeat itself. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
It evolves. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
we know what we were doing at. You know what I'm saying? Lady Alva, you know what you were doing in
exactly.
your teenage
Yeah.
years. You know what I'm saying? The generation after you, then my generation, and so on and so on. So, like, it does nothing but evolve. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, I can only imagine what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then with this social media world and them having the electronic devices, it's easier for them to access stuff. Whereas for my first taste of porn was in a magazine. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? I had to
Hmm.
look at pictures with the hairy cooters and all that. I ain't trying to be too explicit, but you know what I'm saying. But now they can just
Hey,
type in,
the video, hey, the DVDs,
yeah, yeah,
volume
DVDs and
15,
stuff like
hey,
that.
now
Where
volume 16.
you know
Hey.
they type in one word and they're basically watching soft porn on TikTok or Facebook
Yeah.
or
So
Instagram. You know
look,
what I'm saying?
anime trips me out.
What? What?
Shh.
They got it
Y'all,
all. They show it all.
I say y'all don't need to be watching that. You got cartoons that's soft porn now, really?
Yeah.
But it also opens predators into them too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why when
Hmm.
everybody was like, "Oh, everybody was getting upset about people exposing Roblox. Like they should expose Roblox because who
Yes.
wants some 47-year-old male coming to see your 13-year-old daughter, or you know what I'm saying, a 35-year-old
Crazy.
woman coming to see your 12
Yeah,
year old son,
crazy.
or you know what I'm saying, same sex type of stuff. Like these kids,
Mm-hmm.
they're so vulnerable and impressionable. They don't know who they're really talking to. So it's up to
No.
us as a parent to go in to check those things and to make sure everything is going right. Yes, we can't stop them from everything they may encounter out here in this world.
Right.
We cannot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There's no way. But if we can implicate things to either hinder that process or
Right.
pre-warn them from it,
Right.
then there's no shame in that
Yeah.
whatsoever.
It's still a hard dance because the kid is going to automatically, oh no, it's not. No, they're going to try to speak up for it that you're saying this doesn't look good. It's fine. They're going to try to get you to believe it. And some of them are really honest in their own right about it because they just don't know, you know, what
Yep.
it could be. They just believe in it that it's all good. How do you don't know if that person's really 13? Did you see them? You know, so all these things. It to me is I don't like this part of the world. I
Yeah.
really don't because it's just too much unnecessary conversations, too much unnecessary duties that are piled upon me, and it's because of the
It's a crazy world we live in.
craft with technology.
Yeah,
It's
because like
just too
anytime I
much.
hear my
It's
son,
too
you know,
much.
he plays Call of Duty and Roblox a lot. So anytime I hear him chatting in there on the microphone, if I'm not playing
Mm-hmm.
the game myself, or I'm just walking by, I'm like, who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? He may
Yeah.
mute his mic. He might tell me, and I'm like, okay, I always remember. Never tell nobody where you
Mm-hmm.
from. Never tell nobody where you live at, what your parents do, where you go to school. You know what I'm saying? You don't let nobody know no type of personal information
Yeah. Keep checking
whatsoever.
on that. Keep checking on that because I said that too, and then it happened.
Yeah,
You know,
like
it's
around here.
just.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be a bad day.
So you got something to say, poet?
I,
Or
I,
no?
I had yeah, just a couple, just last statements, and then we can move on
Mm-hmm.
because there was a couple of things. Well, I'll just say the one. Even on that, yeah, I don't have kids, but I do. Even just because of my artistry, um, I'm into just a lot of the new culture. You feel me? As far as like YouTube and Twitch and all of that type of stuff, and so
Oh, hmm.
even like
Okay.
specifically to what you just was speaking on, Montana, you definitely got to like double down because it's like it's I don't know how to explain it because like yeah, with these famous streamers, you feel me, and everybody trying to get famous on Twitch and on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? It's like yeah, uh you don't necessarily like, of course, you know what I'm saying, like you don't know where some of these famous Twitch, you don't know their address and you don't know, you feel me, certain
Mm-hmm.
stuff, but it's like it's certain information and it's certain things that it's like I don't know, like it's it's this crazy kind of dynamic where it's like how I want to say where it's like being the real you in the fake world. Like it's just it's a weird
Yeah,
place. You feel me? Where we
it
at right now
is.
with that? You
Yep,
know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
Like you know what I'm
You're
saying?
not
Like you
even
might.
exercising you.
You know what I'm saying? Like you might be in a
And that,
situation like with some of these people online, you feel me? Like literally it's a weird place where like I'm having to like I've literally had to explain to like people in YouTube chats to like, bro, when you type in all caps, that means that you're yelling. That's why you just got in trouble. That's why
but
this person just said this to you. And they're like, no, it doesn't. And I'm like, yes,
see,
that's that no, that is that no, like see
but
these like this generation doesn't understand internet etiquette. And like we came up in AOL chat where we understood the online etiquette of chat rooms. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? And
Right,
things like that. And so that's what
right.
I'm saying. In this fake world where like everybody is online being fake, it actually pays and you'll end up in a situation where it's like, hold on, you might need to know who the fuck I am because like
Mm-hmm.
tweaking right now. You feel me? Or like you
Yeah.
think like this shit is a game, or like you know what
Right.
I'm saying? Again, just speaking to like the situational aspect of a lot of things.
Mhm.
Sometimes nowadays, it's yeah.
Yeah, but see that makes me think how really technology is dumbing down their brains. Because why don't you know about if you write something in all caps? If it's not a person, place, or thing, you know, and it's just the first letter that is capped, then what does that mean when you're writing in all caps?
You're
So
yelling.
that's like right. So why doesn't a kid know that? You're not learning that in school? You should be. You should know that.
Maybe they know they're yelling and they mean to yell.
And yeah, but he's telling him, no, it's not.
Nah,
It's
legitimately, you
just,
feel me? It's the you. It's that's what I'm saying. I've spent some. It's not that it's a good thing, but yeah, I've spent so much time in the chats that you.
Yeah.
It's easy to tell the difference between the people that's trolling, the people that's trying to get attention, and the people that genuinely are just ignorant.
yeah. Right,
Yeah.
right. It's ignorance, a lot of ignorance going on. And one last thing to your point, poet, what I found was the dumbest of all things when technology and gaming. It's two things. Number one, you're watching somebody else play a game.
My kids do that. They watch somebody play,
Why?
like not even a game,
Why?
just play, like play around the house.
No,
It took me. It
play
took
the
me.
Yeah.
It took me 2 years to understand it. It took me no
play
less
the
than two
game.
years to actually understand it. Nah,
Well,
it's not that simple. It's not
I
that
got the
simple.
understanding of it, but I disagree with it.
Yeah, nah, it's just not that simple. Like even for like literally for me, like I said, I wake up at 7 a.m. I'm working, you feel me? I work 12, 14 hour shifts a lot of days, you feel me? I'll
Mhm.
watch somebody play the game, you feel me? Bam, cause they like I said, they streaming, they getting paid to do the shit, you feel me? I get to watch them, you feel me? I don't have to spend money on the game. I get to check out whether or not I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like it's actually a lot of advantages to it for,
Yeah,
you
well,
feel me, a lot of
those are
people.
good advantages, but I'm talking about every day, throughout the day. That's what you're doing.
Yeah,
Like that's crazy. That's
yeah,
crazy.
they
When
Hey,
you
do
I
gonna
ain't
it.
play
gonna
the
lie.
game? Do you have that game? Play the damn game.
I do
Yeah.
it. I
Well,
do
I'm
it.
But
seeing
he's
the
at work.
secrets and
He's
this and
at
that.
work.
No, 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 no. Let me
No,
tell
he's
you
talking
how
about the
we learned.
kids. Yeah,
We found the secrets in the game by playing the game, not
True.
watching
exactly.
somebody else play the
But see
game.
the game. But see the games. It's not even like that no more.
It's
Everything
not.
now. Everything now is DLCs. It ain't no unlockable secrets no more. You pay for the new stuff. You
Yeah.
pay
Yeah,
for the special stuff. It's not that no more. That's what I'm saying. It's a
And
whole new world.
a lot of games have what we call Easter eggs. So
Yep.
yeah,
sometimes you have to watch. Like I love playing Call of Duty Zombies. Right. So when you play zombies, it's a lot of Easter eggs in that game that where you can play zombies all day and all night. And unless somebody else tells you or shows you a certain thing, you'll never know how to get to this next level or
yeah.
open up this certain
Never.
See,
cabinet.
it's baiting the children and society for ignorance. Cause it's like anything. Not everybody can do things and break away, or do this thing and then still do the other things that they should be doing. Some people
Attention.
get addicted. It's
Attention became the
crazy.
new currency. Attention became the new currency a long time ago.
Yeah, and what popped it too was not putting a pause button on the game.
Mhm.
I call my son, I can't. What you mean you can't come? I can't. I'm in the middle of a match. Pause it. I can't. You can't pause the games. Oh, well, you gonna pause when I'm calling because I'm not gonna be on pause because you can't pause the game. Are you kidding me? It's a
Another thing that
daily.
it's live stream, like podcast, live stream. We're live right now. They don't want to pause it, they want to watch it through, because even when I go look at podcasts after, it's not the same as live to me. Like watching Breakfast Club, like it's not the same when I gotta go rewatch it. But it's live streaming all in general. That's what changed a lot.
Nah, but I
Yeah.
mean, nah, facts though. I can't lie from
Mm-mm,
my perspective. I definitely I've
mm-mm.
been got in trouble a couple times because from being in them situations where my parents didn't understand yet back when I was younger, you feel me? Because they started building whole games where it's like as soon as you turn the system on and load the game up, it's online. So as soon as you load into anything, yeah, you can't pause it. Like you
Right.
literally cannot pause what you're doing. You feel me? Like if you put that controller down and leave, like you go, like you feel me?
Right. Then,
And it's like, dang, I gotta risk getting my ass whooped. You feel me? So I don't, you feel me, lose all of this progress that I didn't, you feel me, been doing for the last 8 hours. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, but then you
Yeah.
duck off. You got to duck off. You got to have them hitting areas. Like, man,
exactly. We learn, yeah,
duck
we
off in
learned to
this corner.
survive.
Yeah,
I tell my
yeah.
son, you have to organize yourself because I don't want to be a burden, or not, that's not the right word, a dragon on you about when you're playing your game. But then you need to have a set amount of time that you're going to play your game. And first of all, it has to be, if you had things to do, you need to get that done, then go play your game. But not all day. Because we're functioning in here together. So if I can't have access to you for more than 4 hours, that's a problem to me. I'm always on pause. That don't go that way. Where I come from, you call your kids, they answer. Period. You put up whatever you doing down. Oh, my mom is calling me. I'll be back.
Mm, I 1000% agree with you. But my only response to that, and I mean, and this is partly to be funny, but it's also 1000% serious as well. And because I've had to have this conversation with a lot of different mothers specifically too, is just to keep it, like I said, 1000% G. The game changed when, and I'm not saying that it's like a good thing, but I'm just speaking to the actuality. The game
Mm-hmm.
changed when Fortnite and Call of Duty and all of these video game, you feel me,
Yeah.
people started giving our kids the ability to play in tournaments and to literally win hundreds of thousands and millions of
$1,000.
dollars.
Yeah.
So I still, like, I 1000% agree with what you're saying, but also it's like, if your kid actually got skills, gang, like he could be bringing home more money than you. You might need to let the little dude play for 8 hours a day if he really got it, but you got to be able to assess that for your own situation and what you got going on in your
Exactly. Exactly.
life.
If you
Period.
don't see that building, it's time.
Yeah.
You can't do that. But yeah, they should have never did that and encourage kids to be in tournaments for money like that. It's just terrible. But y'all ready to roll on? We got
Yes.
we
Yeah.
have two more questions. So I think you guys have, it's established for me based upon this question with you guys. Are you a vulnerable man? If not, will you consider exercising vulnerability?
I think I'm in the yes. Actually, oh, it's raining in Vegas. That's crazy. It just started raining. It hasn't
Okay.
rained since I've been here. That's crazy.
Okay.
I've been here for a month. I mean, yeah. I mean, I cried on live. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I look back at that too. But yes, I'm
Mm-hmm.
vulnerable because I don't care what other people think. I did. I used to,
Okay.
but I learned it doesn't matter what they think. It matters what I do.
All right. For a
Amen.
minute, we got Mister that just popped on the scene.
Hey.
Hey, Mr. Sapiosexual, how you doing tonight?
Don't let me cut the
Yes,
conversation off, man. I'm just a fly on the wall tonight. Y'all continue.
All right.
Oh, let's
Thank
keep
Gang.
running it.
you,
Keep running it. Montana, what you
sir.
got?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, as I just was saying earlier, what I'm saying, I'm definitely more in touch with my vulnerable side now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The toughness is still instilled in me. You know what I'm saying? I don't claim or portray to be the toughest, the biggest, baddest ass. And I'm not that by far. There's always somebody out there bigger and better. So let me just say that.
yeah,
I am more in touch with my vulnerable side. I am more in touch with my feelings and being more compassionate to others. But I will say this for anybody out there, don't take it for granted.
yeah.
Mm,
I agree because
nice.
there's an on and off switch with vulnerability, and to be able to control that is the best thing that you can do as a man or a woman or anything. There's an on and off switch for it, and like you got to be able to
Mm-hmm.
control that.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
and
I,
it's
I
it's
had to.
it's very very important to be prepared for it.
Yes. Yes, because I had to, you know what I'm saying, I had to say something to a male friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't take my vulnerability of me being compassionate and feeling for your situation as to look at me as an ATM. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I might have helped you out a
Mhm.
couple times, but hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't let it be the only time you pick up that phone
Excuse me.
is to ask me to get something. You know what I'm saying? It's never know how you doing, how the kids, none of that. It's always, hey bro, I need $20, or can you spare me $20? Can you spare me $40? Or I need this and I need that. Just because what a lot of people need to realize is that just because you see somebody doing well in life doesn't mean they have unlimited funds to just give it to you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
Here's
know,
a vulnerability remark to what you said. Have you ever said, and if you haven't, maybe try to say, okay, first, how about how you doing, Montana? How's your
hmm
wife? How's the kids? First, why don't you approach me like that, man, instead of just coming to borrow all the time?
because they're
That's a
gonna
good
do that,
thing. Yeah.
and they're gonna end
That's a
it
good
Huh?
with,
thing.
"Can I borrow something?"
Yeah, that's a good
Well,
thing that you said. Like, oh, you ain't called me in a month. Like, if any of y'all or anybody in general, and I talk to at least once a week or twice a week, they ask me for something, and you good. I ain't talked to you in 3 months. Now you need something. Like, come on
right.
now, man. Like, it's
Yeah.
different. Like,
I mean, some people could be, some people just don't have the proper etiquette, or
th-
they're just stuck within themselves and the hardship of their needs, selfishness, and they can't see beyond that. So sometimes we just need to help them along, just making statements like that.
they got to be more vulnerable. Hey,
There you go. I love it.
yeah,
Right.
I'm just saying.
You just
It's
say
helling right now. I'm in Vegas. It's helling. It's hell right
poet,
now.
shoot it out.
um. Well, I mean, well, yeah, I'm definitely vulnerable. And even in this moment, and as we've been, what I'm saying, discussing throughout the night, it's definitely multi layered. There's different layers and perspectives of vulnerability. Um, what I wanted to speak to in this moment is just thinking about, even when Mister just hopped on, I was thinking about my music at first, and I was just thinking about, even, what I'm saying, BU's, you feel me, music, or Mister when he does a poem, or Lady Alva, what I'm saying, potentially when you do a poem, but thinking about, like, I know for me, I'm like, that's vulnerability, you feel me? And even on two direct levels, where even depending on what type of piece or song or poem that I'm writing or performing or speaking, you feel me, like, it could just be like directly by the nature of the content, you feel me, like I could be hitting on something heavy or releasing some emotions or some thoughts, you feel me, that it's like, oh, I'm being vulnerable in that way. Or
Mhm.
also in the way of, kind of like how you had spoke earlier, when Montana, it said, the thing, one of the pieces that he had said, and he was like, saying vulnerability is a weakness. And it's like, so also at the same time, like, when me, or when Mister, or when you, or when BU, or when Montana, when we pop our shit, you feel me, also at the same time, it's like letting them, like, oh, you got bars, like, oh, you got skills, like, yeah, I got skills, like, yeah, I got to be vulnerable in this way sometimes too, to let niggas know, like, nah, I am heavy. Nah, I am. You feel me? Like, yeah, don't get it twisted. You feel me? Like, yeah, I'm cool and I'm laid back. I'm whatever. But yeah, I'll really rip you on the mic. You feel me? I really, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's really like that. So the
All
vulnerability,
right.
you know what I'm saying, shows on both ends of the spectrum.
All right. Sounds good. So, Mister, you said don't let you interrupt, but I'm asking you to interrupt and give us what you feel about vulnerability. Are you a vulnerable? Do you exercise vulnerability, or do you not?
I mean, just like to piggyback off what the poet just said, I don't think you can be an artist without being vulnerable.
Mm,
I think the moment that you are in a position to share your art to the world, you are
mm,
being vulnerable, accepting of whatever type of criticism may come with you exposing this expression of yourself.
mm-hmm.
So
Okay,
yes,
well
to answer
said.
your question, Mr. Savior Sexual is a vulnerable man. Yes.
All right now. All right now. So I want to go ahead and jump to, unless you guys got something else to add on, I'm going to go ahead and jump to my poetic artistry. We good with that? All right.
Yeah, let's run it.
And after that, because closing out, if you have any vulnerable quotes of vulnerability, you can share those too. All
Okay.
right. My writing is vulnerability. Vulnerability lives within me, not created by me, but I made it my choosing. Telling the story of my life bruising, cruising, of times when I felt as though I was losing. But I came to know that's just the flow of life. Many trials and tribulations, much strife. Feeling like you've been cut by a knife. Yeah, that's right. Just an insight, but hold tight. I'm guided by the light, not by sight. That's how I shine, vulnerably right. Standing strong within weakness, mostly fearless with resilience, a contender to give and receive. Let people be, help them in discovery and love indefinitely. My vulnerability nests inside of me. That's it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Why y'all take so long?
I ain't know if you had
We,
more.
we, we was on mute. We had to pay respect to
And you
everybody that
know
had
we
to come
got,
Okay,
you know what
off.
I'm saying? You know
okay.
we
We had
on
to come
mute so we
off
hit
the
that
mute and
button.
just
All right.
yeah.
All right. I had the whole mic.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Thank you.
fine.
I
Who
like
says
that.
that?
Hey, poet, you got
Who
some
said
music
that?
or you
It
got
was
an album that
fire.
you wouldn't even want to talk about, right, brother?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I could pop it real quick. And then, what I'm saying? Yeah, I just dropped the album. Something else for Scissor 3. It's on all platforms, you feel me, and all of that. Um, uh, yeah, I don't know if you got time, you feel me, to spend that in the night. I ain't gonna, what I'm saying? I ain't
We
gonna hold you
we
too
got
tight.
time. We got time, brother. What you got for
All
us?
right, spin it, spin it, spin it.
But hold,
Can I? Is it on
but hold up. I
vulnerability?
want to. Well, hold up. I
Did
want to check. Hold on, let me do this. Let me do this though, because
oh,
yeah, Lady Alva had challenged me um at the beginning of the show, and so I didn't write nothing, but I was thinking about it, and so it was like one of this most recent song, and it is one of the songs that's on the album, and I wanted to read out. You feel me? I just wanted to read out the first verse. You feel me? So you can kind of just like, what I'm saying, hear like what it is. You know what I'm saying, without like the vocals and everything in the background. And
mhm.
so, yeah, I'm gonna read a part of the first verse. And so it goes. Am I coming up short? Am I doing too much? Is a nigga not reading between the lines? Should I give you my all? Should I give you nothing? Or should I just give you more space and time? Am I moving too fast? Am I moving too slow? Because the truth, I want never the patient kind. If I made a mistake, I was making some steps. You a blessing, I just want to make you mine. Is it something I did? Is it something I said? Is it something that's going on in the stars? I'll be thinking about you when I'm counting my bread before I lay my head down until tomorrow. Is this something you want? Is it something you need? Because I put in work just to see you smile. Is it just a reflection of my learning lessons and I use the verses to get it out? That's it.
Okay, I like that.
Okay,
That's
okay.
nice. Here
I
we
like
go.
that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Talk your
Yes.
shit, poet.
You feel me?
Yes.
Like I said, yeah, that's on the album. If you want to listen to that track specifically, or if you want to play it tonight, it's called Scissor Baby. That's that track on the album. You feel me? But yeah, y'all do what y'all
Sister
want to do on this
baby.
summer.
Hey, tell the
Yeah.
people where to find your album, how to download it, all that good shit, brother.
Yeah, in fact, yeah, like I said, follow me on Instagram as it's right there on the screen, poet underscore east underscore wizard. And you can find my music, like I said, on all platforms, wherever you listen to your music at Larry Space the Poet. You feel me? Like I said, you can holler at me on Instagram, get linked up, get connected, all of that. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Hell yeah, y'all heard it right here on Art for Change, baby. What y'all got? Lady Alva, run through those fun facts.
Uh-oh. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Fun facts. Historical fun facts on historical events and celebrity birthdays associated with September 4th. 1888, George Eastman registers the trademark Kodak and patents his roll film camera, revolutionizing amateur photography with the slogan, "You press the button, we do the rest." That's all y'all got to do here is tap the button. You come to Art for Change. Subscribe in 2025, September 4th. 1894, London taxi driver George Smith becomes the first person fined for drunk driving after crashing his cab into a building. He was fined 25 shillings. What is 25 shillings?
That sounds like a lot for back in the day. I don't know.
1948, Queen Wilhelmina of the Netherlands abdicates after a 50-year reign, passing the throne to her daughter, Juliana. 1949, the Peekskill riots occur in Peekskill, New York, where an anti-communist mob attacks concertgoers following a performance by singer Paul Robeson, injuring over 140 people. Wow. Wow. And Paul Robeson. 1951, the first live transcontinental television broadcast takes place, featuring President Harry S. Truman from the White House. 1972, the first episode of the animated series The Jetsons airs on television. That was my jam, The Jetsons. Jane, somebody stop this crazy thing. It was my jam. And the Jetsons depicted what is happening now, like the electric cars. We just didn't get up in the air yet.
Hey, the Simpsons too. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Um, 2005, the world's largest diamond, the Cullen Diamond, is put on display at the British Museum. Oh, wow. Okay. I think they had that in the movie. It was about stealing that diamond. 2012, the U.S. Open women's single title is won by my girl, Serena Williams.
Gang, gang.
Uh-huh. Who's got celebrity birthdays?
I definitely do. August 26th. I think, yeah, Kiki Palmer for sure is a birthday twin, and it's a couple others that got August 26th birthdays as well.
All right. You want to read them?
Yeah, celebrity birthdays for today. Damon Wayans' birthday is today. Actor, American actor and comedian known for Living Color and My Wife and Kids. Kim Thio, I think I'm saying her name right. I'm probably messing her name up. She's also American guitarist from the Grudge band. So y'all know who I'm saying. I'm probably butchering her last name. She's from the Grudge band Soundgarden. Granger Smith, he's a country singer known for the Back Road song. Lone Sky is an actress and model. Birthday is today. Linda McCartney, she's an American photographer, musician, and animal rights activist. Birthday is also today. Max Greenfield, he's an actor known for his roles as, what's that? How you say that? Schmidt?
Schmidt.
Yeah. His name is Schmidt on The New Girl. I don't know. Y'all, he's running, you know that show? I don't know that show.
Yeah, I do know of the show, and yeah,
so we got some older celebrity birthdays today. All these celebrity birthdays today are a little bit older than my generation, other than Lone Sky.
Bro, my bad, bro. I thought you was asking the final question. I thought you was asking us if we had celebrity birthday.
No, you
No, no,
added
no.
to it though.
It's all right. It's all right. Hey, look. We keep it right on rolling. Ain't nobody else doing it. But before we get out of
That-
here, like we typically do in typical fashion of Art for Change, we're gonna go around the panel and then give everybody an opportunity to say something positive before we close out, ladies and gentlemen. Lady Alva, today is your day to do your show. So, Lady Alva, we let you close it out with something positive first.
My positivity for tonight is a thank you for allowing me to head this show to the world. You can catch me once a month on a Thursday. I think I want to keep it there, depending on how the things flow. Once a month, we'll keep you posted on that. I totally enjoyed it. I enjoyed you guys, and it was a good show. That's my positivity.
Hey, I love it. I love it. Montana, what you got for me, player?
Whoa, Jesse Jackson. Nah, real shit, man. Tonight was a great vibe. You know what I'm saying? We really touched some key points, you know what I'm saying? Speaking on vulnerability of a man. To any man out there listening, don't don't let the narrative of being vulnerable make you feel weak or less of a man because you're able to tap in with your feelings. It doesn't make you any less. It doesn't make you any smaller. You know what I'm saying? It makes you a better man at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? As BU stated earlier in the show, you know what I'm saying? And Lady Alva, sometimes it is good to cry. You know what I'm saying? It's better out than in. Never hold on to grudges. Never really try to hold stuff in because that's not what the body is made for. It's not what our mind is made for. That's why people end up in the loony bin. You know what I mean? That's why and certain things like that. So on a positive note, man, just don't be afraid to tap in with your inner self. But you know what I'm saying? Just don't go too soft with it now. Don't start painting your fingernails and all the other stuff, man. Being part of the alphabet community. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just do your thing, man. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, you said what I was gonna say. Just be who you really are. That's it. That's it. Like, and then they accept it or not. If they don't accept it, F them. Like, but I'm gonna still be me. Like, take it or leave it.
There you go. There you go. Poet East Wizard, you got some closing words for us, my boy?
um, yeah, I think we all just kind of, like I said, been hitting, resonating on the same energy all night. I was kind of thinking in the realms of the same things, you know what I'm saying? Really just like, to say it a third time, just to really drive it home. Like, really, bro, this, you got to be yourself. Like it not like not only does it like literally will it pay off, you feel me, like to just be yourself, you feel me, at the end of the day, but like spiritually, physically, mentally, like you will literally feel better, you feel me, and happier, you know what I'm saying, by knowing that you have been authentic, you feel me, no matter what particular results of any individual or specific situation might be, because we all know that, or we should know, that anything that doesn't work in our favor really is working in our favor. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and along with being yourself, like don't beware of check 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 yourself on jealousy often. You feel me? Don't be a jealous person. You feel me? And when you're being yourself, your authentic self, you feel me? You don't have no reason to be jealous. As simple as that.
Yes, indeed. We can't hear you, mister.
Mr. or Lady Alva.
Oh.
All right now. Hey, everybody has something positive to say around the panel. You heard from my folks, man. If you ain't really caught it, they telling you to be your authentic self, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, I would also tell you to make sure that you love yours, whatever that means to you. If you are a fan of J. Cole's, then that probably resonate to you a little more. But I mean that in that regards, you feel me? Like you heard me, you feel me? Like my boy poet always say, like
Yeah, yeah.
You feel
You
me?
feel me?
You feel me?
You feel me?
Uh-huh. For sure.
But on another note, thank you everybody that's been rocking with us, man. That's been subscribing, that's been telling their friends about us. We appreciate it. Don't forget to lock in, hit that bell if you haven't already. We know that Art for Change go live on Mondays, on Thursdays, and on Sundays at 9 p.m. Sometimes we do shows in the middle of the week. This is why you got to have that bell. Not only be subscribed, but also hit that notification so you know exactly when we go live. If you missed the beginning of any show, or if you want to watch any episode, you can go to our live section of our YouTube section, and you can see every episode that we done did live. That's the only place that you're going to see the full video. It stays on our Facebook page for 30 days and then it drops off, but it stays on our YouTube channel. But you can listen to any of our episodes on the go on any podcast streaming platform. If you like the audio version, we are on there. All you got to do is search Art for Change. Don't forget, if you want some discounts, we got Patriot Water. We got the Molly cookies, the Molly Bees cookies, sorry. And we have the Old Glory website. If you go to any of those websites, if you go to our highlights section on our Instagram page, which is the official Art for Change page on Instagram, you go to our highlight section, you go to the Patriarch Order, you go to Molly Bees, or you go to Old Glory. If you click on any one of those tabs, it'll take you to their website, and you have discounts ranging from 10% to 50% off for all of the Art for Change listeners, ladies and gentlemen. But until next time, like we always say, if you are artists, hey, Art for Change, peace and love, gang, and we out.
Peace.